let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have a friend. She's a female. She's attractive, and she's been trying to rescue a dog. I don't know if any of you guys have been through this process of trying to rescue a dog. I don't know. I don't need your applause, but you know, if you have, you can clap. There we go. My friend's been trying to rescue a dog, and I didn't realize how involved this rescue dog process is. Like, apparently, like, you can do meet and greets, which is more or less like a date. Like, she had a dog come over to her place last weekend, and I asked her, how did the meet and greet go with the dog? And she was like, well, you know, the dog was really cute and really sweet, but its legs were too short. So I'm like, welcome to my world, dog. Nobody's gonna rescue you. You're in trouble. Yeah. I mean, she's pretty much screening for a dog. Like, she's dating for a dog. Like, can you imagine, like, if you were a firefighter and you showed up to a house that was on fire, and there was like the "Save My Dog" decal on the window, and you get there and you go to rescue it, and you're like, wait a minute, like, it's not a Labradoodle, that thing is burning. That thing is in bad shape, sorry. Not gonna rescue you. You don't get to pick your spots when you're rescuing something, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get to know my crowd. You guys familiar with the TV show Glee?
Yes.
Yeah. That was pretty sad, right? Like, last weekend they said, like, one of the main guys, Corey Monteith of Glee, died. Like, that was really sad. He was 31. I'm 31. So that like really hit home for me. The coroner said they came back because in Canada they're efficient about things. Like, in the US, that would have taken like 6 months. The coroner said that Corey Monteith from Glee died of an accidental overdose of alcohol and heroin. Right? So guys, what I want to tell you is, I want to warn you guys, like, be responsible when you're mixing your alcohol and heroin. That might go wrong. That might not end up. Yeah. I've never watched Glee, but it was a sad thing. I wrote some. What I usually do when I do these things is I write some jokes based on what's been happening in the book world. So I went back to like May, because there's been like 3 stories in the book world. So I just wanted to read some of these jokes to you guys. We'll see how it goes. Every time I come here, it's a different setup. Like, before, I felt like I was at my bar mitzvah. Now I feel like I'm conducting a symphony. You know, I can adjust. I'm flexible. So let me read a couple jokes. Tonight's show style. So manage your expectations, is what I'm trying to tell you. So the first book story, linguists claim to have found a group of words that have been passed down unchanged for 15,000 years. That group of words is Happy Birthday, Larry King. He's old. Next story. Tom Wolfe is writing a book about how language distinguishes human beings from animals, which means no one's told Tom Wolfe about Honey Boo Boo. DVR, Honey Boo Boo, check it out. That joke is logically correct. German researchers are developing a controversial new technology that would prevent e-book piracy by altering a story's text. For instance, it prevents piracy of 50 Shades of Grey by removing all of the hot sex. Moving right along. In the fall, Paula Deen will star as a character in a comic book. Her superpower will be the ability to make her sponsors invisible. Oh, Paula Deen. What else? A recent survey finds Alexandria, Virginia to be the most well-read city in the country, while the least well-read city in the country is Ain't Got No Books, Kentucky. I'm from Ohio, it's the same thing. Let's see. The ex-fiancé of gay NBA player Jason Collins will write a memoir about his coming out experience. The book's working title is If I Did Him. That's funny. If I did it, if I did it. Let's see what else. The Seattle Public Library has broken the world record for the world's longest domino chain made of books. The previous record was held by the loneliest guy in the universe. That's a dubious record to have. Celebrity chef Jamie Oliver, you guys familiar with him? Jamie Oliver?
Yeah.
Some foodies in the audience, I can feel it. Celebrity chef Jamie Oliver, who's dyslexic, says that he never read a full book until he finished the sequel to The Hunger Games. And you know he's dyslexic because he finished the second book first. NPR reports that while half of children under 5 are members of a racial minority, children's book characters and authors remain predominantly white. Also predominantly white, people who listen to NPR. Feeling you guys listen to NPR. An Egyptian writer has been sentenced to prison for a short story collection titled Where is God? The writer plans to spend the prison time writing the sequel, Where is God? To pick up my soap. Those are the kinds of jokes that I like personally. I had to say it, I'm sorry. New research suggests that reading literary fiction makes one more comfortable with ambiguity and uncertainty. Also more comfortable with owning cats. Plural. I'm losing you. I'm okay with that. All right, just a couple more. Thank you for humoring me. Next year, strands of hair belonging to late sci-fi author Arthur C. Clarke are set to be launched into space by NASA. NASA also wants to launch Donald Trump's hair, but it's considered cruelty to animals. Everybody hates Donald Trump. He's a jerk. Okay. Last one. Did I get a snort? That was awesome. That was amazing. I wish I could make that sound. Thank you so much, everyone. See me after the show. I'll give you a ride home. All right, last thing. To make books more accessible to the American public, Penguin has introduced a mobile bookstore that looks like a food truck. Or as Americans will call it, the napkin truck. That's all I got. Thanks for playing along. I've got to go much dumber than they did. Did anybody see The Lone Ranger? Wow. I'm surprised that many people admitted to see The Lone Ranger. If you didn't see The Lone Ranger, let me save you the 2 hours and 40 minutes of The Lone Ranger. It is like Johnny Depp meets a different makeup kit. Don't see The Lone Ranger. Let me tell you something about myself. I work across the street from what I think is the most remarkable building in Los Angeles. Let me describe it to you. Most remarkable building in Los Angeles. It's a Starbucks within a Target within a Westfield mall. It's like a giant nesting doll for Josh Groban CDs. And if you've seen the people who run around the Culver City, West Side, what is it? Westfield Pavilion, whatever. Their pants are sagging, and it's not because they're full of Josh Groban CDs. It's funny because like at this mall, like there's a kiosk, and there's a guy who has like he has a remote control, and like he runs a helicopter that you see when you go to a mall that flies around the mall. You know what's right across from that guy at the kiosk with the helicopter? Is the Army recruiting office. It's like, I want to play matchmaker. Like, this guy is the future of what you're trying to do.